I mean, there is no moral justification, there is no legal justification to this. It's totally ridiculous. I think he has just come down in everybody's esteem by doing this very, very silly thing. If he wants to do it, you raise money from his supporters, you pay money on behalf of the 24,000 people, and then you got a moral ground. And don't take it for yourself. If you take this money for yourself, I think it's totally immoral and totally...
so this argument of 6 crores, 6 crores argument is again it's a silly argument, Mr. Singh. You say 6 crores. The reason
let me come I want to make a quick point over here.
It's about the principle. Tomorrow Arvind Kejriwal will say, I don't like income tax. No, I don't like service tax, and I'll give you a subsidy if I come in power as long as you break the law now.
Yes.
I mean, this is okay, fine. It's populism.
Arnab, you are being too innocent. Arnab, you are being too innocent, you know. Arnab, don't you know that Arvind Kejriwal is an anarchist? And he himself declared that I'm an anarchist. And how is an anarchist supposed to behave? This is the way an anarchist is supposed to behave. By rewarding his fellow anarchists.
Anarchy.
No, the most important.
Anarchy existed in Gujarat in 2002.
Just a second. Please don't.
That was anarchy.
Look, here comes Gujarat 202. This is what is emphasis shift of the Aam Aadmi Party.
The state could not run his own law and order. That's anarchy.
Arnab, look into the agenda of Ragini.
When the army has to come in.
Look at the agenda now. The agenda looks in stark. The agenda is here. The Congress and Aam Aadmi Party's agenda. Where Gujarat creeps in everywhere. We are discussing a topic of electricity over here in Delhi. And then Gujarat crops in. KP, let me complete my point. I was telling Arnab, the whole country had watched when Arvind Kejriwal near the Rail Bhavan declared that he was an anarchist. And this is the way an anarchist is supposed to behave. I was in a debate somewhere and Professor Anand, just a second Arnab, Professor Anand was saying that we did this because there was arbitrariness in the DISCOM's order of taking the bill from delights. My question to the Aam Aadmi Party is, if there was arbitrariness in the way the payments were received, then who decides in India as to the structure of payment is arbitrary? The court in India or the khap of the AAP? If it is the khap of the AAP, then probably the way they are doing things is right. If it is not the khap of the AAP and the courts in India still have a way of their own, then I believe this is what is the classical definition of anarchy.
No, and there is one second, there is no rule. There is no rule. I'm asking you. No, one second. By the one minute. Mr. Prasad, understand this. Please understand this, okay? Now, why did the Aam Aadmi Party boycott Times Now? Because we asked them questions on Khap Panchayats. Fine. That's your own position. No, one second. That's your own position. I disagree with it. You don't like the fact that I ask questions on it. You'll go to channels which give you a platform. Anyway, that's your own position. I won't ask you questions. Second, you are upset with us because we asked. Arvind Kejriwal said he did not want a big house. I have papers which prove he wanted 2 big houses. He backtracked later. I showed the papers. You're unhappy with it. Okay, you boycott Times Now. Again, it's your position. You don't like the questions we ask. But for God's sake, I'm asking. No, 1 second. No. 1 minute. 1 minute. Let me complete. Enough is enough. No. KP. KP. Let me ask the question. No. Let me ask the question. Let me ask a question. Let me ask a question. No. 1 minute. 1 minute. There are a lot of honest.
On national television. We were the first ones who came up with this.
No BJP spokesperson can say Mukesh Ambani's name.
Did you know as to what Mr. Prakash Javadekar said? Did you read Mr. Saurabh Patel's letter? Did you read Mr. Saurabh Patel's letter? Did you know what Saurabh Patel
is? A vote for him.
I want to.
Arnab, can I come?
Okay, Kamal Mitra Chenoy. Kamal Mitra Chenoy finally on with us.
I can hear you.
1 second. Kamal Mitra Chenoy finally on.
I can hear you.
It's a letter. That is the problem.
Oh, he writes a letter to
You do not put forth the question to Mr. Kamal Mitra Chenoy.
Can Mr. Chenoy, Mr. Chenoy, I want to ask you that. Frankly, first of all, let me thank you for coming because you're a member of the Aam Aadmi Party and one of its key decision makers. The first time a party's representative has been on in Times Now for a long time. You know, everyone's really perturbed about what is going on. You know, you say that there are people who participate.
What is going on?
This boycott. You boycotted payment of bills. Now we will give you 50% off. What is the principle of this, Dr. Chenoy?
Arnab, I remember, into a barrio, a slum area in Venezuela, and they had exactly the same system, that there was cross-subsidy of the poor and the lower middle class by giving them concessions. And it was even more important in India because we have pretty high inflation, especially food and fuel inflation. And the entire amount we calculated was 6 crores. We might have underestimated a bit, but not by a heck of a lot.
No. Let me ask you then factually.
As far as Aam Aadmi appearing is concerned, I'm here as a political scientist and a professor from JNU and a member, not representative of Aam Aadmi.
Okay, you're a member. Now, I don't know the logic of this, Mr. Professor Chenoy, because I don't think it is conceivable. No, one second. Let me put one question, and Professor Chenoy, there are a few other panelists who completely disagree with this philosophy, because they believe this essentially amounts to saying you back the Aam Aadmi Party before the election, we will support you after the election, which is unethical, which means you did not support the Aam Aadmi Party before the election, you supported the Congress or the BJP, and we will punish you after the election. I don't think in a democratic country that is appropriate. Now, my question to you, Kamal Mitra Chenoy, after
that
this...
is your interpretation, Arnab.
No, one second. 1 minute, gentlemen, let me ask one question, and then I will open it up for Ragini, Mohandas Pai and Sambit Patra to also ask questions. My question is simple. I am not asking 6,000 rupees, 6 crore rupees or 60,000 or 60,000 crore rupees. First of all, as you will agree with me, it is not Arvind Kejriwal's private money, it is income tax money. It is taxpayers' money. Now, I don't know, how do you go about identifying...
But most money is.
Yes, so that's why you can't throw it around to your followers.
What is the litmus test?
Yes,
You're not doing that.
Ragini, yes, what's your question?
Listen,
you might as well ask your question.
Remember...
Ragini, what's your question to Professor Chenoy?
See, there's a technical point that I want to make here, Arnab. The thing is that the appropriation bill with the revised estimate for budget allocation has already been notified, which is going to be put up in the Delhi Assembly tomorrow. And in that appropriation bill, there is no mention of these 6 crore rupees. So please, I would like to know, where would this money come from? The Aam Aadmi Party government already owes 372 crore rupees to DISCOMs through the subsidy which they have already announced. So what are they trying to do here? Is it again befooling the people? You know, because I am reminded of a quote by Machiavelli in his famous treatise, The Prince. He said that the people are simple and they are so preoccupied with their immediate needs.
Yeah, they don't go into the details.
Will never lack
exactly.
victims for deception.
Exactly. Now you see,
so
the point is...
a deceiver will always find victims for deception.
The point is...
By the way, that quote is inadequate.
No, 1 second, Professor Chenoy.
Machiavelli said a lot more. I should know, I'm a professor of political science.
You might feel that, sir. That is your interpretation.
No, 1 second. Sir,
I don't feel that.
No, but the point still remains that where would you get the money from if you haven't even notified that in the appropriation bill? Please tell me. I mean, the court was only supplementing my point. The point is that you will have to tell the people of Delhi where would you get the money from.
You are not letting me speak.
Okay, let him speak.
Arnab, did you call me here to be shouted down by people who have no manners?
No, she's making her point passionately. Please go ahead, Professor Chenoy.
Please.
The point is that we had less than 2 months to prepare the budget. And that is why certain decisions have come out later. The Indian people are not foolish. Every party who goes to the polls offers them sops. We are not offering them sops, we are helping in their capacity building. Now, we welcome criticism. It is not a fact that we in the Aam Aadmi would not go to a channel because we are criticized. If you don't criticize us, who will?
No,
I understand what other people are saying, but the term anarchy has been badly misused.
I'll tell you this. Anyway,
from the president downwards.
Anyway, let me say this to you, sir. This is not a... I have had a different experience with the Aam Aadmi Party. If you criticize them, they don't like it. And I'll tell you one thing. One very senior Aam Aadmi Party person called me. And he said, I don't like your style. Okay? And the person is watching tonight, he knows. He said, I don't like your... I said, I can't change my style to suit you. He says, no, I don't like your style. He said this to me 5 times. I said, if you don't like my style, it's your problem. I can't change it to suit you. Now, anyway, we are not getting into that. They can continue to boycott as long as they want. We'll ask the question. My question... my question...
Style.
No, sir,
but
my
the question here is not of style.
Sir, my question
but
is...
of content.
I want to ask Professor Chenoy
Sir, I believe I am of the view that their problem is not with my style. Their problem is with my content. Their problem is that I will ask them a tough question on Khap Panchayats. And my question to you, as a member of the Aam Aadmi Party, is simply this and simply this, Professor Chenoy. A government does not government does not belong to only the political party's supporters, right? A government belongs to all the people,
Absolutely.
is answerable to all the people, and I say, sir, that by saying I'll give a subsidy to people who backed us before the elections, I say, Professor Chenoy, this is discrimination.
Yes, it would be if we knew beforehand who was going to back us and then made a bill just to serve them. No. We haven't done that. We are subsidizing the poor and the lower middle class, as we have said from the beginning we would do.
No, sir, you are not subsidizing the poor and the middle class because okay, Mohandas Pai. Okay, Mohandas Pai wants to say something to Professor Chenoy. Mohandas Pai.
Arnab, the professor is making the wrong argument that we want to subsidize the poor and the middle class. Are only 24,000 payers of electricity bill the poor and the lower middle class? There are 10 lakh people who supposed to sign the petition. Only 24,000 defaulted, did not pay. Now they're giving money to 24,000. And the professor is saying, oh, we want to help the poor. Why didn't you pass a law to say everybody below the poverty line, even if you pay the bill, will refund it going back 3 months? Do that. Do it for all the poor.
Yes, Professor Chenoy.
Frivolous argument, but to justify a wrong. Give it to everybody.
Well, I'm not convinced by his
give it to them for the last 3 months before he came to power. Do that.
Well, number one, we couldn't give it to them before we came to power because we wouldn't have the authority. Number two, if you can think of a better measure of how we can improve delivering to the poor and the lower middle class, then we will certainly do it. We are not shut.
You're not answering the argument.
No.
Your suggestion.
No, 1 minute. Now, can I, with your permission, this is a very interesting debate, poised also very interestingly. And I appreciate the fact that Kamal Mitra Chenoy is out there in the Delhi winter and he's coming there from an outside location. I hope the debate warms you up a bit, Professor Chenoy. But my bigger question, which I will ask after, if you allow me a small commercial break, is simply one question. Did you tell the people who are following the rules that we'll punish you after the election? That's one question I have. You can think about the answer. And the second question is, how do you verify that the people were getting inflated bills? There is no system of verification. It is the most ad hoc system of governance.
That's what the CAG is doing, Arnab.
No, it is. So you can't. What do you mean CAG is doing? You claim that there were 24,000. No, 1 second.
CAG is looking after the DISCOMs, KP.
No.
Is not going into everyone's bill.
Be on fact. On fact. And
BJP is the spokesman for the DISCOMs.
You made so many allegations.
You have to go
okay.
Should
we resume this in a break?
Rhetoric basis.
Should we resume this after a break?
To look after everyone who stays in the slums of Venezuela.
Sir, I say tonight.
CAG is going to look after the irregularities.
1 minute. Here's a question to the audience.
Congress are both very, very worried about DISCOMs.
Here's a question to the audience. And Professor Kamal Mitra Chenoy says, 1 minute, Ragini, here's the question. I'm going to a break, but here's a question, food for thought for our viewers. Professor Kamal Mitra Chenoy and KP says we are subsidizing the poor. I say you're not subsidizing the poor. You're subsidizing your supporters. And is that a good thing or a bad thing? We'll take this challenge up. Back in a few minutes. The debate is on.